Cousineau from Sound of Prana. I want to talk to you about the concept of grounding and centering. So, when we go through different events in our lives and we're navigating that flow, sometimes we find that we're more carried by the current than we're navigating it and that we have control. Now, whether that's true or not is not really the topic for today, but one way that you can navigate these different events and what is presented to you as you go through life is by developing techniques to stay centered. And what I mean by staying centered is feeling that confidence from inside, feeling that everything will be just fine, the ability to slow down and to react from a place of knowing rather than reacting instinctively. And there's a few different ways that you can do to center yourself and to cultivate that skill. One of them is through meditation and mindfulness practices. That's why I like to practice yoga, which is, from my point of view, meditation through movement, as well as various sitting meditations and working with sounds as I do my meditations as well. There's also the focusing on the breath by itself as a meditation or not, which can be used for centering. So an example is, let's say that you're going through your day and you have a meeting with someone or at work that is upsetting you, and you're able to find a spot in a park or anywhere else that is a bit more disengaged from that situation. And then you sit or you lie down, and then you just start noticing, tuning in your body, tuning in your surroundings, and observing what is. It doesn't matter whether thoughts are flowing or you're clinging or you're feeling pain or you have different emotions. Just observing is the practice itself. And if you do that, you're going to become back into that flow, back into that inner space. Now, depending on the intensity of the event, it may not necessarily bring you back to baseline, but it'll bring you closer to it. And the more you do these practices in your life, the more that your body will know how to go back to that center, regardless of what is presented to it. I also mentioned the breath. So just being able to take a few breaths, like really deep breaths, and disengaging from the situation allows you to have a fresh start and to leave some of that emotional baggage. So one of the breaths that I really like to do is taking a deep breath and go and making sounds and just kind of letting your body soften as you're breathing will really help. And another method is to just tune into nature. So I was referring to the part earlier, but it can also be finding these times in your life where you can disconnect a bit more from society, which is what I'm doing right now in Utah, is connecting with that deep nature. And I was dreaming last night while I was sleeping over the mountain, and I could just feel the stability of the mountain, the support that it was offering me. And in that dream, I was remembering that at all times I'm being held by the earth. And when I woke up this morning, I felt like everything is going to be okay. Everything will be just fine. And I believe that nature has this healing quality, this soothing, this remembering. And through connecting with it, you can become also centered. Sound of Prana.